Button up your overcoat. Put on your galoshes. Good morning, Pat.
Yeah, I don't think you have to really button up your overcoat, but tomorrow you may be unbuttoning your overcoat because temps tomorrow will easily get to between 55 and 60 degrees.
Now, when's the rain going to start?
The rain starts tonight before midnight.
All right.
Any other questions that you may have?
Is it going to be heavy right from the onset?
It'll start off light and then get heavy late tonight, through tomorrow, into tomorrow night. Flood watches are out, and a wind advisory is out for the Berkshires. Now, why they didn't put the wind advisory out for us, I have no idea. Because to me, you're splitting hairs here. You know, I know there's criteria for wind advisories and everything, but in my opinion, and I know the contour, the topography of the Berkshires, but in my opinion, if you have a wind advisory for the Berkshires, you should have a wind advisory for Northwest Connecticut and neighboring New York State. Yeah. So, I don't know. That's not our department. All I can tell you is that it'll be windy. So you'll have to hold on to your hats tomorrow, hold on to your umbrellas. The rain will come down in buckets, 55 to 60. We'll have periods of rain tomorrow night, only 50 for the low. That's your high Saturday. Rain tapers to showers. It'll even clear later Saturday, and it'll be windy. We'll start out at 50 and fall into the 40s. Your Sunday will be partly sunny, mid-40s. Monday will be cloudy with a chance of light snow. We've upped the chances of a white Christmas to 50%, as you well know. And that is because this weak disturbance may give us at least a coating. At least a coating. It will be very similar to what happened last Thursday, which was St. Lucy's Day. Very, very similar.
Well, I still have snow left from St. Lucy's Day. We got a little over. We got between about an inch to 2 inches of snow.
That could very well be Monday's forecast, and nothing will happen Monday night. You know, Christmas Eve, Monday night will just be kind of partly cloudy and in the 20s, and Christmas Day will be in the mid 30s, and I would call it cloudy to partly cloudy on Christmas Day, but no precipitation seen there either. So that really sums it up. It was a busy morning. A lot of watches and warnings flying all over the place, you know, and I had to worry about that.
I went back and looked at your long-term forecast.
Yeah.
And so far, your long-term forecast is pretty much dead on.
Okay, well, you're talking about the fall forecast, yeah, because it went through December.
Yeah,
what did we say?
Right, the one through December, but then you really didn't say your winter forecast didn't really say we're going to get any winter weather. Really, you said it said it was going to be up and down. You know, where you're going to get snow, you get rain, you get warm, you get cold, which has been right on. But your winter forecast doesn't really indicate that we won't really get into winter until right around the first of the year.
That is correct, and that's exactly what I think.
And well, here's the interesting thing. I was listening to a friend of mine who's also a meteorologist, Brad Field, who's retired now. He says once again I was listening to his podcast yesterday, and that's why I pulled up your winter forecast. He's right there with you. He thinks that there's going to be a big bunch of cold air that comes in January, and he thinks that we're going to get off and on some very wintry weather in January and February.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
The short-term models are not going to pick this stuff up, but we look at something called the MJO, which is the Madian-Julian oscillation, and it goes into different phases. And the phases that it will be going into clearly denotes, especially in an El Nino year, very cold. And that is going to happen January and February. Now, it's not going to be consistently cold. I mean, it's not going to be like the kind of thing, well, once we go, into the teens, we're going to stay in the teens for 37 days. That's not going to happen. But there will be real frequent cold waves, and cold waves that, that'll be accompanied by snow squalls and high winds and the whole bit. And some of the air is going to just be free. I would not doubt that we break records all over the place. So you should be getting ready for cold right now. Of course, when the utility people hear this and all of this, they just rub their hands together because you know what that means.
Higher
That
rates,
means they're
yeah.
going to be making a lot more money. But we shall see. But I really would be shocked if this forecast busts as far as coal. That's my feeling on that. And I continue to see the modeling slowly hinting toward it in the early January. The GFS goes out through 15 days, and I'm seeing it hint now. And as we get a little closer to the early part of January, you'll see the modeling will start to pick it up. So again, models are only as good as the information that goes into it.
Right.
So what's the old saying?
I can't say that one.
Junk in, junk out,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Hey, so I just had Clara Lenfest, who's a listener, say, "Merry Christmas, Pat. Thank you for all you do."
Well, thank you very much. That's very nice. You're very, very welcome.
So thank you for all you do. There
Well,
you go.
I try to, I try to do our best, as you know.
Now, Pat, I was thwarted yesterday. I was thwarted.
Thwarted. Okay, what happened?
Thwarted. I went out to do my Christmas shopping yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I went out to get
My gift card.
my gift cards. Because of scammers, I can no longer go out and get them all at once. You're only allowed in each location. I used to go to just one location and get all my cards. Okay?
Right.
Can't do that. You can only get $500 worth in each location for the day.
Are you kidding me?
No. So now I have to go today to 2 more locations, and then tomorrow I have to go to another location. So now it's 3 days worth of Christmas shopping that I have to do.
Oh, you're probably not too happy about that.
I'm devastated. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I even went to a big supermarket, right?
Right.
It's Stop and Shop.
Same thing. Yep.
Nope, same thing. You're only allowed up to a certain limit now
Wow.
because of scammers.
Isn't that something? Boy,
So I'm upset.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I only needed to get a couple, so
My
it
two-
bothered me.
My 2 hours of Christmas shopping has now been extended into 3.5 days worth of going out and have to get them.
There you go. You see that? Boy. So, Marshall, maybe next year you'll just have to write out checks.
Checks? What are checks?
What a
I'm
check.
so glad that you have these bank cards now, because I used to subscribe to the theory as long as you had checks,
Right.
you had money. As long as you had checks, you had money. I used to subscribe to
But it's
that
the
theory.
same thing, because if you're going to take the money out of your account to buy the gift cards, just put the money in your checking account and write out checks.
No.
I mean, it could be that easy.
Nah.
And you just do your checks to cash. Write them out to cash, and then on the little bottom line there, you just put to them, you just put Merry Christmas, and then in your checkbook.
Now, are
you
you
put,
listening to you? Look at
Yeah.
how many steps you got to take.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Looks like you're already up to 10 steps there, Pat.
Well, Marshall, you can't have an absolutely painless gift Christmas.
it has been for the past 4 or 5 years. Just going in, get the cards, put them in an envelope, and send them out.
Where is Jill when we need her? Just where is she? She's probably on her way in, right?
Oh yeah, good, yeah.
She's on her way in.
Yeah, she's in. That's it. So I'm upset, Pat.
What do you think Jill will say to this?
I don't. She doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
She looks. What does she say about the rest of my lifestyle? It's like anybody else.
Jill will probably say, "Yep, you know what? I just write out a check." Pat's right. I'm sure that's what Jill does. She's used to writing out checks, isn't she, Marshall?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Especially
She is.
around this place.
Right. So, at any event, that's it. Everything was relatively quiet yesterday. It was a nice day yesterday, nice and quiet. I had to go to my accountant, but I just had to bring all of the stuff for year end. She's trying to get a head start. She said there's going to be a lot of changes down the pike, by the way, for 2019 for people's income tax and stuff like that. She said a lot of changes. And she said it's very important that if people can get to seminars, concerning their income tax, by all means do it. She says because there will be that many changes.
Or else get an accountant or get H&R Block or TurboTax or whatever.
I got to be up on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. And I invited her over Friday night because I have my neighbors coming tomorrow night. I do that since I was removed here.
So she'll do a little seminar for your neighbors.
She said, Pat, she said, I promise I will not mention business. I said, that's quite all right. I said, but I will introduce you, and not only as a very good friend, but as our accountant. I said, and then if somebody wants to, take up on your services, they could ask me, and I'll be more than happy to refer them. She says, I'm coming over to see Shirley.
There you
She's
go.
coming over to see the dog.
Never mind you or your friends.
No,
see the dog.
She's coming to see the dog. Yeah, she's coming to see Shirley. She said she told her husband she's getting 2 dogs, not 1 but 2. She needs 2 so they keep each other company. And she said, I really don't care what he says. I'm getting 2 dogs. I said, good for you. Good for you. She just had to put down a dog, so she's missing a dog.
Yeah, it's
Very,
tough.
very much.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
it's tough. So I said, come over. Shirley will be a delight. I said she loves everybody, so says she's supposed to drop by. So that's tomorrow night.
So we only got a moment. Before we leave,
Yes.
Salisbury, Connecticut, let you know the type of communities we live in. There's a bond that they have to spend $500,000 more in their transfer station, right?
Okay.
$500,000 more in town money, okay? Guess how many people showed up for the town meeting to vote on that?
5.
Well, no, like 60. That's it. Out of 2,000 people. Life is good in Salisbury. That's all I can say.
So,
and it passed 50-something to 9. Life is good in Salisbury. $500,000. God, go on ahead.
I don't think 60 people are going to manage that. Do you?
That's it. So, anyways, that's life in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll wrap it all up.
All right, Pat. Take care.
Bye, Marshall.
Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with the check on our tri-state forecast.